everybody. It's fucking nippity cold out here. That's why I have a sweater on. I know it seems like weird that I have a sweater on right now. I'm here today because I am doing my second empties and pretty much are talking about if we will repurchase them again and if they are worth the buy. So if you're interested in seeing what is inside of my empties, then stay tuned. Check out makeup, and then I'll do skincare in another video. So first thing I want to talk about as far as makeup concerned is a makeup prep, which is the 24/7 oil blotting tissues, new natural 24/7. This had how many sheets did it have in it? It had, I think 65 sheets in it. I got this in Ulta several years ago and I got it on sale for like $2, and I bought another one. I think I left that one in Florida, and I preferred this one. I love blotting sheets because for oily girls like myself, you need a blotting sheet before you add powder, before you start adjusting and putting primer on top of it. If you've been out all day and you want your makeup to last and then you know you're oily, I feel like there is like no powder that is super matte unless you do extra steps like putting powder, then primer, foundation, and then powder again to make it, you know, last for you. I think a blotting sheet is your saving grace. I love these sheets because they had charcoal in them, and I just loved how easy it was to pop in. I was really surprised I used these so quickly. I need to buy new blotting sheets. I probably wouldn't buy this again just because the Ulta is not nearby me, and I feel like at this point I can buy blotting sheets anywhere. There wasn't anything like extremely special about it, but I did enjoy it for what it was. I don't even know why I haven't repurchased it. This is the Dermablend Professional Loose setting powder. I really like this underneath my eyes. Yes, it was white and there's probably like a little bit of powder left. I do really like this either underneath foundation or like before my primer. Sometimes when you really want to mattify your face, if you really want to mattify your face, you can use a setting powder to do that. I do love this powder, and I'm so upset because I have used a lot of powders, but I like how silky this one is, and I like that even though it is white, I never got that white cast, and I have used Flash and I have tested it time and time and again. I got this in a, I think it's like some sort of box, probably Sephora Play box, and it lasted me a long time, but this has been sitting in my empties bag for quite some time. If you are interested in getting a powder, I would try it. Some people are nervous about it being white, but it does have a really long wear to it, 16 hours. Talc is one of the main ingredients, but there was something really special about this compared to like your traditional Laura Mercier or a Tarte powder, or even the Makeup Forever HD powder. This one had its own thing going on. I do wish it had different colors. They may have different colors, I could be wrong, but I just enjoyed this powder a lot. This was on sale during the 21 Days of Beauty for Ulta not too long ago, and it was half off for like $13.50, and I fucked up in not buying it. But I tried so many powders. I'm currently trying the Huda powder right now, and I don't know if I love or hate it, but I don't want to return it because I feel like I need to continuously use it in multiple ways. But that's for another video. So will I rebuy it again? I'm pretty sure at some point I will, but because I'm trying other products, I'm just fine with the fact that this is RIP. So I've got a couple primers, and I just want to talk about them in a section just because I was with the Sephora Play box for a while, and these are all samples of it. I have the Coconut Skin Smooth Priming Moisturizer, which I love. It gives me a really luminous look. I love this during the winter. I also have the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil-Free Primer, pore minimizing. It does the job. It's very simple. And then I've got the Step 1 Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. I would say out of these samples, right, they all do different things. I've got the luminous skin from here, I've got my pore minimizing, and then I have like an overall, I feel like this gave me the glowiness that I was looking for. Will I repurchase these? Probably not, just because I think I have found my holy grail primer as far as blurring goes, and as far as luminous, I do love this Tatcha Silk Canvas. It's pretty much this but with like skincare ingredients. I did really love this. Some of the greatest pictures that I have on my Instagram where my skin just looks like phenomenal and I've got so many compliments came from this primer. This one I just used on my nose, and I love using this one on my forehead. I think that as an oily girl slash combination, there are different kinds of primers out there that help me sort of just get the job done, and I don't mind multi priming, if that makes sense. Like, I love using canvas, so canvas on my forehead. I'm going to use a blurring primer from Cover FX on my nose, and maybe on my chin I will use primerizer from Smashbox so that I have hydration, and I'm okay with that. Primer is not something that you want to go overboard with, and honestly it's something that not everybody needs. It's just a personal preference. I prefer that just because I want that barrier between my skin and the foundation. So I enjoyed using this. I have been sitting on this for a while, and I'm glad to just throw it over there. Yeah. This is the Professional. I have a full size of this. Honestly, there isn't anything like it. I love that it has a tint to it. This is something that I don't mind putting over my whole face. My skin looks smooth. It looks flawless, and I like that I have not such a mattifying face, but my nose in particular, I love that you can't see the pores, and this just definitely gets the job done. I've already repurchased this. I already own this full size, so we don't even have to get into that. So that was another mini size. This is the Urban Decay Potion Primer. I feel like gone are the days where we use primer on our eyes wait. Sorry, I wanted to bring you guys closer because I feel like I was like yelling over there, but I feel like gone are the days of Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. I've had this probably longer than I need to. There's still product left. I didn't want to use it till the very end just because I feel like it's expired. Does it get the job done? I've still got creasy eyes, so I feel like it never really truly worked for me, so I'm definitely not going to repurchase. I have another mini size. Occasionally, sometimes I use it, but I find that concealer works best for me when I set it with a loose powder, and I never got this to truly work for me. I think I'm ready to buy the P. Louise makeup base in like a color that's close to my eyelids and move on from eyeshadow primers, so I will not be repurchasing this. 2 MAC products. So this is the Makeup Fix Prep and Prime. Everybody knows Makeup Fix Prep and Prime. I don't really care for this, but the way that I did use this towards the end of this bottle, that's why I'm glad I got a sample size. First of all, I'm oily, so I feel like anything with glycerin brings up oils for me. I know it's supposed to help you with hydration, but I'm not crazy about setting spray, so I don't care that to repurchase this again. The way I did like to use this in a very interesting way, even though I know it brings up my oil, I like to spritz a little bit of this with my foundation and then use a beauty blender to spread it out, and it lasts so fucking long. But the way to keep it to last longer is to put a little bit of primer on, setting powder, and then spray the foundation. It's a trick that I use sometimes, but it's also very clogging on the skin, so I wouldn't recommend it all the time. But sometimes when I want to like very glamorous look for like going out with my friends or something like that, or brunch, I would try that technique. This isn't a spray that I would repurchase again just because I feel like Fix Plus, it's just a little bit too heavy for somebody like me with oily skin. I've had this probably longer than I needed to, and I'm okay with throwing it to the side. I have 2 more MAC products. I have the Prolonger Concealer in the color NC45. Whatever you purchase this, I'm actually interested in going back into MAC and falling in love with products and getting a new concealer, but right now I'm trying so many products. This was a staple in my makeup routine when I was living in Florida years ago. NC45 fits me really nice. I love it under the eyes. I love it to clear to get rid of like, you know, extra eyebrow hair, to, you know, conceal underneath the brows. It was a nice concealer. I'm so happy to say that it never broke on me because the case is this is what it's glass. It lasts a very long time, and I believe that this was only 20 bucks. It was a nice concealer. I don't think I'm NC45 anymore. I'm probably like an NC42, but this was a nice concealer, and I like that it lasted all day. It was a thick girl, so a beauty blender, if you own this or if you did want to try this, is something you would want to like spray Fix Plus on it on a brush and just blend it out, because that bitch is Prep and Prime transparent finishing powder from MAC as well. Oh, there's still product left. Interesting. So this was a product that I couldn't tell if I like truly loved or hated. it was very soft, but it was white, and I feel like white powders just don't look good on me, and this did give me flashback. I used it for a while. I'm curious now, since I have a little bit, how it would look on my face, so I'll probably use the rest of that, and also this little bit that's in the dermaplane too, because I just thought these were canceled. This isn't a powder that I would want to purchase again. I feel like the reviews on there were very mixed. Excuse me, I'm recording. Last but not least, I would probably not repurchase it again, just because I'm using so many other powders right now, and I didn't think this was a life-changing powder in my personal experience. So there's that. I also have this Smashbox Photo Op eyeshadow. I never use this as eyeshadow, and the reason I'm getting rid of this is because it has reached its expiration date. It's like crudding off, and I always use this color in particular to fill in my brows. I never used it for anything else. I just used that one, and I feel like I'm okay with that. I have other brow products, and I wasn't really crazy about the colors that were in here. I bought this in a kit where it came with the eyeshadow primer, this, and something else. So that's all of it for the empties. I'm gonna do a different one. I want to do skincare because there are some things that I did try, and surprisingly, from the previous video that I did of my empty skincare, I purchased probably like 2 things from that I want to show you guys. So that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please sound off in the comments if you've used any of these products. Thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I'll see you soon.